You make good money. Your paycheck looks impressive. People think you're doing well financially, but somehow your savings barely grow. The credit card balances never go away. Investing feels like a pipe dream, and every single month ends with that same gut-wrenching question: where did all my money actually go? If that sounds like your life, stop scrolling. Because today we're going to address the biggest lie in personal finance: the belief that having a high income is the same thing as building wealth. It isn't, and here is why. Meet Jake, 32 years old. He's the guy everyone at the office assumes has made it. He earns $120,000 a year. But behind the closed doors of his luxury Chicago apartment, Jake is living a secret, high-stress reality. He isn't living, he is maintaining. He is the captain of a ship that is taking on water, but he's too busy polishing the deck to notice. One Tuesday night, under the sterile glare of his laptop, he stares at his banking app. Balance $186. He looks at his reflection in the dark screen, the expensive haircut, the designer hoodie, and he whispers, "I make good money, so why do I still feel like I'm drowning?" The trap wasn't that Jake was bad with money. The trap was that Jake believed his income was his net worth. He spent his 20s chasing the symbols of success. If his friends went to Vegas, he went. If his coworker upgraded his tech, Jake felt a phantom need to do the same. He didn't realize he was a slave to a lifestyle that required him to work 60 hours a week just to keep the lights on. He was renting temporary validation from people who didn't care if he was broke. He had the salary of a winner, but the bank account of someone perpetually one missed check away from disaster. The breaking point happened with a simple service alert. He pulled into the shop expecting a routine check. The mechanic didn't even look up when he dropped the paper on the counter. $4,200. Jake realized he didn't have the cash. He'd have to put it on a credit card he was already struggling to pay. As he walked out into the rain, he finally saw the truth. His income was a mask. His bank account was the only reality. That evening, Jake sat on the building stoop with his neighbor, Mr. Anderson. Jake confessed, "I make more than most, and I feel like I'm losing. How are you always so at peace?" Anderson looked at him with clarity. "Jake, you're looking at the wrong map. Conduct a philosophical audit. First, identify the status tax. If you buy it to impress others, you're paying a tax on your own freedom. Second, treat your savings rate as your spending limit. Third, understand the law of diminishing returns. More square footage doesn't equal more happiness. And finally, build a freedom fund. Money meant only to buy you the option to breathe. Wealth isn't the stuff you have. Wealth is the time you own." Jake took those words to heart. He stopped lifestyle inflation. He built a financial margin. He started owning assets instead of liabilities. He started thinking in decades, not paychecks. It was a slow, quiet revolution. He cut the noise, built his fund, and reclaimed his time. 6 months later, when the car needed another repair, he didn't panic. He paid it and slept soundly. He wasn't rich yet, but for the first time, he was free. Your income is not your wealth. Your choices are. Today is the day you stop playing the part and start building the life. What is one status tax you can cancel today to buy your future self more peace? Comment below. And if this story hit home, subscribe for more. Your freedom is waiting.